Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome to another Multiplayer Monday. An idea for like a series of things on my channel that exists largely because I feel as though I tend to avoid multiplayer games in general. And I feel like that goes against the point of my channel. The point of my channel is for me to try out more games, not less games. And of all of the multiplayer games I could choose to play, I can elect to play today, it is Fallout 76 Nuclear Winter, which is still in beta. Anyway, so this is also, I believe, the first Battle Royale game I've played on this channel as well, of all of the choices I could play. But it is also one that I'm already somewhat familiar with. I've already put in way too much time in Fallout 76. I've already tried out the Battle Royale mode for it, and it isn't terrible. It isn't as bad as you might expect. It definitely features way too much loading time, especially considering like, the loading time could easily trump the amount of time that you spend actually playing the game. And we're not I guess we're not just talking about loading time, we're also talking about connecting time, map selecting time, because there's a good amount... Oh, and also, the great thing about loading in Fallout 76 is it actually uses the photographs you take as loading screens. So I took a photograph of these two happy skeletons waving to someone in the distance. Were they real skeletons? Were they real people blown up when the nuclear bombs hit? Or are they just fake skeletons outside of Freddy's House of Scares? The answer to that question, I don't necessarily remember right now. Fallout 76's Battle Royale mode functions fairly similar.
The clearer the picture becomes of the perfect overseer.
Fairly similar to your traditional Battle Royale. You've got a big map, slowly enclosing circle, collect stuff, fight enemies. Why do I have this kind of military fatigues? All right. Let's vote for a map. Our only choices right now are Morgantown or Flatwoods. I feel as though there should easily be more choices because they don't really change. They don't create a unique map for the Battle Royale. The only things that are unique to the Battle Royale are the item placements, and that's just about it. So, like, the fact that you only have those two options, like, you don't have a Battle Royale map that surrounds Watoga, which would be an interesting area to explore as a Battle Royale, because it has so many, like, vertical sections. There's no marsh area, despite the fact that a large amount of it is marsh. There's no Battle Royale map that takes place in the southwest corner, the ash heap. And now let's select a deployment location. We can only choose once. We cannot change our deployment. I usually wait around for the other teammates to choose. That way... Oh yeah, once the timer runs out, then you can't choose. I usually wait for other people to choose. That way I can guarantee that I will show up nearby them. But this is also kind of where Battle Royale games tend to... Oof. I am going to should I just immediately run to my left? Because a lot of people are kind of loading up in that same section, and that area is going to be pretty crowded. I think that's what I'm going to do. Also, I forget, this was Fasnacht Celebration. Somebody had built a camp down the road from the end of the Fasnacht tour, which almost looks like as though the road ends with their camp. Which I didn't realize you could build a camp like in the middle of the road, or maybe they built the camp off the road, and they were able to kind of maneuver their buildings onto the road.
The first moments
But
of
once we get in...
provide crucial data in predicting eventual outcome.
Anybody following us? No. Okay. Because this area down this way
Predicated on your ability to move
did
through
not
storms
quite
and
seem like it was that particularly crowded. Or should I say, it didn't really seem like it had anybody at all. Some things to note about Battle Royale in Fallout is that there are actually just random AI creatures. Ooh. Alright. And you kill them in order to get basic items, like stim packs, ammo. Let's see, I've got the Gatling gun. It's somewhat useful. It's a decent weapon. Some weapons that are not quite so decent. Like the shotgun is a little bit... Any single shot weapon is a little bit tricky to use when it comes to like multiplayer matches. Melee weapons. I tried to go with like a melee route at one point, and by God, it was awful. Like, it makes slappers only seem like an organized ordeal. Oh, this is what I thought was a building. Oh. Alright. Hold on. What am I over encumbered by? What can I drop? Oh, that wasn't really that much. I think I'm gonna have to drop something. Alright. Hold on. We are forgetting one important thing. Why is the game still telling me that I'm over encumbered? I guess that is why this is considered in beta. Alright. We need to get into the safe zone. And I'm relatively far away from the safe zone. So... I'm relatively far from the safe zone. I don't have any stim packs, which is problematic. But I do have a decent set of armor. And I do have a decent set of guns. So... at least there's that. Yeah, who is shooting at me? Way up there. How very, very rude of you. And I'm down. Or as The Battle Royale games can go. Let's try that again.
This was an unexpected outcome.
Alright. Let's give it another go. There is a structure west of here. I think my mistake in the previous one is that I went directly towards buildings, rather than skirting around them. Because then that also enabled me to be surrounded by people who are also moving towards the diminishing circle. Unfortunately, I forgot that this path is like a big mountain that goes downhill. Because that means I can't go back up. Ooh. An explosive bow and arrow. To help out Suffbox. Shall we try to get to him? Or shall we worry about Suffbox? Like, we're in the circle, so we don't need to worry about that. Unfortunately, we only have one weapon. We do have a stim pack, though. So that already puts us in better footing than we were previously. 2 stim packs. Alright. And a laser rifle. Now, on one hand, that does make noise when you're shooting a critter. But, on the other hand, I'd rather shoot a critter than worry about slowly taking him down with a melee weapon, because melee weapons also put you in danger of being hit back yourself. And, like, a basic melee weapon still takes quite a few hits to take down a regular NPC bad guy. Is Suffbox still in the... Yeah, he's still in the circle. So that is fine. It also seems as though the enemy that started off nearby him is not an issue, because he doesn't seem to have gotten into a fight with said enemy. Ah, son of a... Okay, that wasn't that long of a fall. That's okay. I don't end up having to use one of those stim packs just because I fell down. Oh. Suffbox is this way. He has moved. Imagine that. Alright. Let's wait for the circle to start reducing before... Because this is a relatively safe position. Unfortunately, it looks as though... Oh no, our team should be fine. Laserhawks is up there. Suff is over there. And way in the distance, we have Arrow Zeppelin. Why did I struggle so much with that? Let's wait for Laserhawks. Maybe. Or we can join up with Suffbox. Oh, survived for minutes. Amazing. Is there a safe way to drop down? Oh, there probably is. I just have to look for it. I also have a nuke grenade. I don't know how much help that's necessarily going to be. Oh, I almost stepped outside of the safety area just for a second there in order to climb down the side of the mountain. And this is also the kind of thing with Battle Royale games in general, is just the waiting. I mean, I suppose there are multiple ways at which you can play a Battle Royale. You can be fast, you can run around, be offensive, be aggressive. I admit I don't have as much confidence in myself in regards to that aspect, to be that offensive and aggressive. So I admit I tend to wait it out more often than not. The first few reductions, or should I say, yeah, reductions in size of the safe area for Fallout 76 tend to take a lot longer. So, like, in that previous match, I didn't necessarily need to race to safety. Like, the safety net was relatively large. Like, I'm going to be in a bigger trouble if once this safety net gets reduced, because I'm, like, way on the outside.
You are outside of the safe area, candidate. You should consider relocating.
I will consider it. Actually, it looks like all of us are. And the safety net has kind of closed in on Vault Tech University. Let's see if these other guys are going to be moving. That way I can at the very least have some comrades on my side. Like Laserhawks. Who sounds like an American gladiator more than anything else. Also, I don't think he has any clothes on. He just has the armor. But you can also tell how much slower Fallout 76 is versus, say, other Battle Royale games, because it does report to you when people are killed in the game. And you can see in that upper right-hand corner that number 30. It hasn't really budged that much. And I wonder what they could do necessarily to make it faster. Are the timers simply too long in between safe periods? Like, if they reduced the timer, would that make the game faster? Is the map too large? I was wondering about that because I was watching somebody play PUBG on Twitch. And it just felt like that game focused more on sniping than anything else. Because the map was just simply so large. And then if the map was smaller, if there were more structures, would that force people to bring themselves together more often? Rather than have, like, longer, drawn-out sniping battles from a distance. Okay, so I am now safe. Relatively. Relatively hard to see. Although, I don't remember exactly how quickly a person's health bar appears over their head. Laserhawks is still up there. So we have a somewhat defensible position. Because that's the thing. Like that's one of the reasons why I'm wondering whether it would be better if like the storm movement was faster, even at the beginning stages, because that's generally when the most movement happens, is during storm movement. All right, it looks like we're down to 28 people. Nope, nope, don't want to do that. I forgot that you can't actually go prone in this game. And that was what I wanted to test out. Part of me also wants to switch to the explosive bow because I'm not particularly confident in my aiming. So I feel as though, like, at the very least, if I miss, there's also splash damage. But then the laser rifle is also rapid fire, so at the very least I can kind of cling to that. And there we have the receding storm. Oh, hold on. There are bad guys in those particular directions. I think I see one way up there. Huh. Are we in the safe zone? Kinda, sorta. I can hear somebody shooting. Is that you, Laser Hawks? Oh. Scout armor. I will follow this American gladiator. Now, I thought I saw somebody kind of creeping over that away. But at the same time, I don't want to necessarily... Yeah... It's kind of invisible. I mean, I can't see anything either, so there's that. Where is... Oh, Aero Zeppelin is dying. I can save him. Very slowly. Ah, there's the bad guy. Oh, Laserhawks moved. Guys. You went without me. I mean, at this rate, I feel... Oh, that was just Laserhawks. I feel as though I will be able to finish this match without doing any damage to anybody, but that is also technically part of the Battle Royale experience. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Son of a...
Destroyed soon. Consider moving.
Did that damage from that missile just take so long to actually affect me? Great. Alright, let's try that again.
Will live forever. Every data used in my prediction.
Alright. Doing relatively well enough. I've got an explosive bow again. I've got fancy stim packs. Though... Was he just shooting the, was he shooting somebody, or was he shooting these, destroyed corpses? Oh, it's Aero Zeppelin again. But now he's not on my team. He's on somebody else's team. Ah, I'm coming from you, Thuggerson. Thuggerson the Third. The first in his name. Nope. Okay, somebody else picked him up. Good. Oh my gosh. You know, it would be nice if I wasn't instantly downed by bad guys. Like, you spend all that time running around, you're like, oh, I'm so geared up, I've got armor, I've got weapons, and then instant death. Especially if nobody's going to come over to help me. And I'm dead. Okay, so I don't expect them to necessarily win any of these, but one thing I would like to accomplish is I would like to at least defeat one other player today. It would help if I was able to see the player I was fighting first. My mistake in the previous match was kind of sitting in a hole and thinking I was invisible. But then again, you could say the same thing about the one where I got instant killed by a missile. And that got not just myself, but the person sitting next to me.
I would wish you luck, candidate, but you will need much more than that to win.
This is very true. Oh, what have we here? Ooh, a grenade launcher. All right. Okay. Got a grenade launcher, double-barreled shotgun. I mean, I don't really use a grenade launcher in the game itself because the grenade launcher is heavy and grenade rounds are also heavy. All right, let us replace the wood armor. Let us replace the wood armor. Oh, it's already been replaced. Excellent. Has this been picked up? It has been picked up. I guess they wanted to add some building mechanics, a la Fortnite. I heard a sound. And I'm going to go towards it, because I'd like to at least defeat one person. Now, this area is, as we've seen earlier, tricky because of the elevated areas. Oh. Nope. Did that do any damage? I feel as though Abaddon was much luckier than I was with his Gauss rifle.
My calculations predicted this outcome.
Which I suppose is always the problem with any of these games, is how do you balance every weapon against each other? I suppose this is what happens when you aren't even paying attention to what area you're going to drop in it. It just drops you in somewhere. With any luck, I'll be able to find... better than nothing. But yeah, it goes to show how definitely some weapons are way better than others. Though I suppose in my situation, a grenade launcher is not necessarily a good up-close weapon, considering how fast it was firing, versus the Gauss rifle, which, like the missile launcher, like the weapon that came before it, killed more or less instantly. Why is weapon switching taking so long? Oh, is that a bobblehead? I mean, I don't need it, because I have no intention of going unarmed. Alright, let's switch to this, because even though it's probably a poor decision on my part, and let's keep the 44 as the alternate. We are heading north to these two, to Swedish Trip. That seems like a relatively smart decision. Oh my gosh. Nope. Not through there. Though I suppose being nearby... Oh. Yeah, Reactive Puppy, unfortunately, was by himself. And I literally cannot help him. Oh, hello, Swedish Trip. You probably already looted the place. You know, it would be nice if the lighting didn't quite always dilate itself every time you switch from indoors to outdoors. Like, I feel it's like the lighting effect is a carryover from Fallout 3, more specifically. When you left the vault and the lighting was incredibly, like, oppressively brilliant for a moment. I heard a gunshot, but I did not see where it came from. There we go. My one requirement is now complete.
An expected outcome.
I can now relax. And quit the game when I'm done. Because I have killed a single guy. Do I have any stim packs? Yes, I do. I've got a stim pack extra, which is good. I think I like this cubby hole. Ooh. So I'll switch between the sniper rifle and... Ooh. Hello, sir. Can you please... Thank you.
That was an expected outcome. They were a particularly weak candidate.
But they tried their best. And really, isn't that the most important part? Knowledge that they tried their best. How do you... I mean, I'm probably going to move from here soon enough, especially once the storm has reduced in size. Oh, there's a mutant hound somewhere here. Am I in the safe zone? I am right at the edge of the safe zone. Excellent. I admit, like, even in this game, like, it's not exactly your best Battle Royale game, but it does get that tense feeling. It does get that exhilaration. that often accompanies the multiplayer experience. It's one of those things that's always kind of prevented me from really getting too deeply into a multiplayer game, is because of just how exciting it is. And then I'm like, my arms tense, heart beating fast. Gotta slow down, gotta relax. But at the very least, can walk away from this particular match with 2 individual kills. Oh, nope. Though, this has turned out to be not so bad of a gun. It takes like a couple shots to bring down an individual person. Plus a third one to knock them down completely. There goes Angry Otterman.
You are the final living member of your group.
No, I'm a terrible teammate. That's okay. I can live with being a terrible teammate. Especially considering I've got all the stim packs that I have. Anybody else circling around Mama Dolce's, or did they decide they figured out who's there? Oh, so we're down to 15. I think this is... Yeah, this is definitely the best match I've done so far, and maybe part of it is because I haven't moved. Like, it has meant that I wasn't necessarily in as much danger as perhaps anybody, as I usually am. It's interesting to note that my buddies who did die just happened to be in the building across from me. But, as Battle Royale games go...
Unless you wish to cease testing, you should prepare to move, candidate.
There I go. It was a good go.
Initially, candidate, you showed great promise.
It was not successful, but I was... Oh my gosh. But I was not expecting success. We tried our best. Our best was not enough this time. Got any suggestions for other multiplayer games to play next time? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.